Hello again, this is Nicole. I have been sharing now. I am on day 6 of my new treatment for chronic pain, and I am using Cannimed 1 to 20 CBD oil. As I've shared in prior videos, I've experienced daily chronic pain now for 7.5 years, 6.5 of which I have not used any prescription pain medicine. I experienced negative side effects with both opioids and with NSAIDs. I've had 2 children since my accident, and I also have chosen to breastfeed both of my children. So I took my 9th dose of Cannimed yesterday around 12:45 in the afternoon, and then I took the 10th dose just before I went to bed, which was around midnight. I ended up taking the 11th dose around 11 a.m., and I actually recorded this morning, but then I ended up accidentally deleting my video that was on the iPad, and I was unable to recover it. So I am going to record now and share the next region of pain. In my last 2 videos, I discussed the pain that I experience in my hands. And yesterday I discussed the pain that I experience in my upper back, which then radiates up through my neck and into my head. And that results in debilitating frontal lobe headaches. Today I want to talk about my lower back pain. And yesterday I shared this diagram that I had created, and that is the region of my low back pain. And you think of how you sit in a car and the semi truck hit me from behind to begin with. So that force went into my back, and I've contended with issues around my L4, L5 spinal region. I had an MRI done most recently after my daughter Caitlin was born, and she'll be 3 here in a month. And that MRI showed a herniated disc and a pinched nerve around L4, L5 region. So that explains some of my lower um, lower symptoms that I contend with. And as I did yesterday and the day before, I want to talk about what treatment I have had for my lower back. I want to talk about what has made my pain better and what makes it worse. So to date, I had surgery on my lower back in April of 2011. After my accident, I couldn't even stand for a matter of 5 minutes without excruciating pain. I was desperate for pain relief, and unfortunately, this spine surgery did not give me the relief that I was seeking, and I still have pain and difficulty standing for a prolonged period of time. I had a steroid injection after that MRI that I had after my daughter, and that was temporarily helpful. I've had extensive physical therapy, both here in Grand Cayman and back in Michigan before we moved. I've had extensive chiropractic therapy, therapeutic massage, and like I shared yesterday, I have had the electrical stimulation both on my upper back and my lower back region, but I tend to choose to get it on my upper back because then that assists me with minimizing headaches. When I think about what makes my pain in my lower back better, I lay down on my side and I put a pillow in between my knees, but still, I can't stay in any one position for a prolonged period of time, so I'm constantly flip-flopping back and forth. Rest, taking frequent breaks, walking in water. When I get in the pool, it relieves a lot of that pressure, and that feels really good on my back. But when I get out of the pool, as I'm getting out of the pool, I experience more pain. Another benefit that I have received is a sleep number bed, and instead of having springs in it, it's filled with air, and you can adjust the amount of air in the bed. And I've noticed a significant difference when I'm not able to sleep in my sleep number bed. So I highly recommend sleep number beds to those who deal with chronic pain. It's helped me tremendously. When I think about what makes my lower back pain worse, even standing for a period of 10 minutes puts me in a good amount of discomfort, but you won't tend to hear me complain about my pain. I am not a sympathy seeker. I do not live with a sense of self-pity. I am very grateful for my second chance at life. I have a beautiful family, and every single day I give thanks for a new day of life. It is a gift, and my accident taught me that intimately. Sitting, especially sitting on a surface that's not padded, irritates my back. And what you will see me do if you pay attention is I will slowly start to go into a flexion position. I'll bend over because that feels better. It feels better for me to go into a flexion. Since my accident, I have found myself in the fetal position a lot because that's what feels best on my body. It opens up my spinal column. And walking too long, which I don't walk far before I experience increased pain, but that's another thing that increases my lower back pain. Bending and then getting back up, that causes me to have more pain. Going in extension, so if I'm laying flat on my stomach and I have to lift my back up with my head up here, that puts increased strain on my lower back and I hurt more. After childbirth, yesterday I talked about how pregnancy actually improved my pain until the end of the pregnancy because of the increased progesterone. After I had both of my children, after childbirth for both Jack and Caitlin, as those hormones shifted back to pre-pregnancy levels, I experienced unbearable pain. I remember with Caitlin when she was a baby, 6 pounds, I remember bending down to put her on the changing table and I could barely get back up. And that was such an awful feeling to have. It shouldn't hurt to hold or to pick up, or you shouldn't have pain taking care of a 6-pound baby. And that was a hard moment for me along this journey. I also remember thinking about how I wouldn't suffer as long if I didn't have a long life after I had my son, Jack, who is now 5.5. And I remember in that moment catching myself and just thinking and being so convicted at that moment that I was being so selfish because it was no longer about me. Now I had this little boy who needed his mama. So that was also a critical moment for me. It helped me shift my thoughts, and my children have been my greatest motivation for constantly striving to heal and to put the effort forward to be my own patient advocate and to get better. I want my life back. I do not want my children to remember me by pain. That's not the legacy that I want to leave behind for them. So let me see if there's anything else. Oh, and very important in a marriage, both my upper and lower back are, well, this is a side note, but both my upper and my lower back, when I'm on my menstrual cycle, which I just started, that also worsens my pain. So that was one thing that I forgot. And also cold weather makes me hurt worse, and rain, the change in barometric pressure. And the thing that I I shouldn't forget, I almost forgot, but intimacy with my upper and my lower back pain, it makes it hurt for my husband to hold me. And it shouldn't hurt for your husband to hold you. So that's one of my goals in taking Cannimed, is hopefully being able to regain intimacy with my husband. It would be really nice to regain the intimacy that we had prior to my accident. However, with everything that we've experienced together, it's actually served to increase our intimacy in a different level. So it's helped us to grow stronger together. I think that's all of the points that I wanted to make today in regards to my lower back pain. Tomorrow I will talk about the sciatic pain that I experience in my left leg that extends from my left glute down through my leg and into my toes. And I'll talk about how that affects my quality of life. And I also am going to bring my husband in to talk about what he has seen with me taking Cannimed for these last 6 days. So if this served you well, then I would appreciate you sharing and liking the video. And I am going to continue to share this journey in hopes that it will help others, as hopefully it will help me regain my life and to educate, because I'm a doctor and an educator at heart. So thank you for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.